Hey, great family. Welcome back to another episode of Geno and Corene, your culturepreneurs. We're excited to share with y'all this episode, our newest episode of how do you deal with changes in your spouse. Well, we're excited, y'all. Get ready for this great moment we're going to share with you, and I hope it blesses you and impacts you and have you look at things different. So, as you know,
Yeah,
I'm 41.
my Lord.
Yes, and not getting no younger.
But you look good.
Thank you. Thank you. You
look
too.
good.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I think as we get older, we just, begin to look better too. I think that's one thing. But
Mighty God.
I know it's a lot that we can adjust and help and change
Yeah.
and just modify as we progressively grace and get better. But I mean, how do we deal with that? Because I know that in marriage
Yeah.
and in relationship, the body goes through changes, the emotion goes through changes, physical appearance. All these things begin to change as you get older.
Right.
How do you stay intentional about, I may not be able to get back to my 20s, but I could get maybe closer,
look.
look closer to where I was. And I mean in every aspect of the body, every aspect of our mental and social health. What do you think? Do you think that it's even workable? Do you think that that's a difficult feat? Do people even want to do it? Some people I don't even care about none of that.
Well, you know how I always get. I can't speak for people. I can only speak for me. Like you said, 41. When I met you, you were 20. And so that 20-year-old body is a little different. It hit a little different, especially being in the military. When we met, we were in the military together. And so I think during that time, both of us were in the best shape of our lives. I mean, we're teenagers and young, early 20s, working out every day. Even if we ate bad, you couldn't tell because of the level of exercise and the demand that was on our bodies to be fit to fight.
Fit to fight.
And so remembering how your body looked then and what it looks like now, of course it has changed over the years. I mean, I don't expect you to look like you look 20 years old at 41. That would be an unrealistic expectation for me to have. But like you said, how do we deal with the changes? My hair is different than it was when I met you at 19 years old. You always like to talk about my braids that I had, my little micros back then when, ladies, when we was wearing micros. Come on. And you didn't like that.
Yeah, it was popular then.
You
You're
didn't
right.
like my micros, but even my teeth are different than they
Correct.
were when we
Correct.
met. I met you when I still had my teenage teeth. I went through I had adult braces, so I got a bag and fixed my teeth. Oh, okay, we're not gonna talk about that. But my teeth are different. When I met you, I wasn't wearing makeup.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm
Grand
fresh out of high
improvement.
school. I didn't wear makeup. It wasn't until maybe 8-9 years after we had been married that I actually started wearing makeup. So I have changed. I have evolved. My swag is a little different. Your swag is different. I think we look younger now than we did when we were young. Insert clip of our first pictures that we took together.
Insert. You're right, because you can be intentional about growing into your authentic self. Like, I haven't had braces, but I'm getting them soon.
Glory.
It's so many different cosmetic things within the self that you want to just improve. And it's like sometimes when you're younger, you're kind of like, But it seems like when we get older, we start looking at it like, I want to take ownership of this part of my body. My hair. I got more grays.
I love them grays.
The most
though.
gray. And some brothers ain't with the gray. Some brothers spraying it, they got they got the Harvey.
Right.
But some brothers is like, yo, I'm good with that. And I'm good with my grays. Like, it's like my black when I get the little spray, the little Beijing, when he bring me to.
And bring you through.
And bring me through. Sometimes it make me look too cosmetic. And I like an authentic, natural look. Because my hairline ain't that bad. I still got a head full of hair.
Thank you, Lord.
That ain't every brother's at 40. Testimony. I know brothers in their early late mid-20s that just went totally balding. And so there were some aspects of it like that you want to take care of and own for me and for you, because you want to walk around with, you want to be with somebody that look decent in public.
Yeah, I would like to. It'll be good.
You ain't by yourself, sweetheart. You ain't by
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I think you and I are intentional about our eating. Now, I'm not going to say that
I could do better.
we could definitely do better in our eating, but I think you do really good with exercising. Myself, on the other hand, I'm trying to get back to a place where I exercise regularly, because health and fitness and the way that I look is important to me. Because let's just be real. I want your eyes to be this way and not that way.
That's a fact.
And
That's a
so
fact.
I think for me, yeah, people say, well, a man is going to be a man, but I don't want that to be my man.
Come on.
Come on. I want you to be looking over here. And so to keep you looking over here, I got to be looking right.
Looking right.
And do I look the same way that I looked when we first got married? Absolutely not. Have things changed and went south, and they back up now, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it together over here.
Right.
And I think, are you the same weight you was when I met you?
Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely.
But I think we have to be clear without hurting each other's feelings on what we need and what we expect and what we're attracted to. Because I was and still am attracted to you, at the size you were when you were 21. And so how do I have a conversation with you about weight gain without being offensive?
Right.
And I think as married couples, we have to be sensitive to how our spouse would take something like that, because you can approach that thing the wrong way and it go another direction. But I think approaching it with love, and instead of saying you getting fat, well, my God,
Put the Crispies. Put them down.
you're gonna have to stop going to Cookie Crumble. You getting a little punch there.
Mighty God.
You got pot
But
belly.
see-
I'm
Which
not
is,
gonna do you like that.
but this the thing with us, we do the bad foods together.
This is true.
And that'd be bad because it affect me more than it affect you. And I'm over there, I'm getting it all the crispy, the crumble. But you still physiqued, and I didn't win Santa Claus.
My God.
So it's like, even though you're intentional, like we do it together, so it ain't like, I feel bad about it. I don't, because I'm like, well, she eating it with me. But like, if you was like, straight vegan, straight green, straight juicing, and then I would feel really, really bad. But we've taken on, even with that, like cosmetic appearance, emotional stability and health and mental health, we've taken on a lot of that together. And I think that it's made it a whole lot better to adjust, to make changes, to receive critique, if you will.
Yeah.
Like evaluation. It's just like a self-evaluation. Because like you will say it, but then if my doctor said, it's like, hey, you might want to shave this back a little bit. Thank God for my health, good blood levels and everything.
Yeah.
But
I think having those tough conversations with our spouses on what keeps us attracted to each other.
yeah,
Because what that looks like for me when I was 19 is different from what that looks like for me at almost 39 years old, and can I expect you to be a lean, mean fighter machine? Because I know at 41, it takes a little bit more discipline to be at a certain weight. It takes a little bit more discipline with being consistent with your hair regimen for your hair to be, and listening to me, your wife, as the hair guru. It takes, being shameless plug. It takes a little bit more consistency with that to be able to be on your game. So I think just being considerate when having those tough conversations, and not, because I'm not finna leave you if you gain weight,
Right.
But
And you
I
should-
will voice,
Right.
hey babe, I think we need to, and sometimes I won't even say nothing to you directly. I'll just be like, hey, I'm thinking about fasting from meat this week. So those are little subtle things that I can put out there that you will grab hold to, and be like, sometimes you'll be like, well, I'll do it too. Or, I'll say, well, I'm just going to eat vegetables this week, or I'm going to do no carbs this week. Those are my little indicators to you to say, hey, we need to be more mindful and watchful, without me necessarily have to come out and say, hey, we need to watch what we eat because you gaining weight. And just because my weight doesn't show up where your weight is, that don't mean I'm not gaining. I've watched these pant size go up a time or two. But I think just being considerate of our spouse's feelings with the change.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I've had a plethora of dental issues and cavities and all that kind of stuff. And, you get on me about, well, you got to stop eating all that candy, which is true.
Hard
I get it.
candy.
I get
Let's
that.
be specific. Hard.
So you
candy.
weren't considerate with me on that. You kind of put the hammer on that.
Well, after you didn't get work done, and then you went back, and then had to get more work done, and then went back and had to get that's when you draw the line, because you're like, okay, you're not just finna keep going back to over something you know.
But okay, that's good. Something that you know.
That has cost.
So where do we meet in the middle?
It's both ways. So the both shoes, like you got to wear both sides. So your issue is your issue, mine is mine, but it has the same relevance. I think it has the same level of competency. You have to be able to acknowledge both equally. Because where it may be dental work, mine may just be money-wise. Mine might be money-wise excessively in cookie crumble. It all it all has its level of relativity. You've got to look at it and say, no, yours is not bigger than mine. Mine just appropriated a little different. But it has the same relative type of competency. So, like you said, overall being understanding, sensitive, being able to have that conversation so you don't feel like, oh, you sorry, you sad, you there's no help for you, there's no hope for you. No, how can we do this together to better? Like even with fashion, like you have taken my fashion game. My fashion has changed. Now it seems like at age 40, I'm going almost not back to where I was in my 20s. Because in my 20s, I was dressing like, I don't know, somebody not in their 20s. It was a crazy mix. But now in my 40s, I give a little bit of that, some edge, but at the same rate, I give 40.
Right.
I give 40.
That's what we're not finna do. Okay.
I be looking like you on the cover of the Source magazine.
No,
we
we're
not finna do.
not doing
I'm
that.
41. So I got to give 40.
Yeah, grown and sexy.
Grown and sexy. You've taught me how to give grown and sexy. And then I've been watching, you put me on the YouTube game, so I've been watching YouTube videos. I'm more intentional about studying the colors, the mixing, the matching, what styles with what.
Right.
And that's helped enhance my fashion game. So that helps my appearance too. And not overdressing, underdressing, being right for the occasion.
Right. And I think, for women, after we start having children, that changes the game for us because our bodies go through so much from, the diastasis recti to the sagging skin to the sagging breast to, everything that was once high and lifted up like the Lord is now looking at the devil, so
low and behold.
Will I be with
low
you.
will I.
So I think having a spouse that is considerate to that and not giving us the pressures of, cosmetic and looking like Instagram models. Because the truth be told, we're not Instagram models. Once we start bearing children, everything about our bodies change. And so when you're looking at Instagram and you're looking at social media, people, cosmetic surgeries and things like that is so popular right now. Yeah. But understanding as a woman, if you want to do it for yourself, do it for yourself. Yeah. How they say, don't do it for the vine.
Don't do it.
Don't do it because you're trying to keep up with social media and what the Instagram girls are looking like. Do it for yourself as a boost of confidence for you, and not even do it for your husband because he's going to love you regardless, should be, but doing it for yourself to make you feel better about yourself. So approaching a situation with modesty and transparency, I think you'll always win.
I agree. Modesty, transparency, humility, knowing that you got your own set of work to do, your own set of baggage you got to manage, and just being able to humbly come to the middle and say, hey, let's put in this work together to get a better appearance, a better emotional stability, mental health, every cosmetics, appearance, everything about us. Let's make adjustments. Let's do it tastefully. Let's grow together, because the one last thing you don't want to do is your one spouse looking like they on Jet magazine and the other one look like Married with Children. You know, you still got the Al Bundy look, and then the other spouse then went on and to do bigger and better and greater things. And that brings about another dynamic. I want to look other places. I want to step here. I want to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Learn all aspects of cosmetic, emotional, spiritual, all that to really be able to present a good package to you and the world.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I hope this was a blessing and very impactful for your day and for the rest of your month, for the rest of the year. Just take this in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want more of this content, guess what? We're here for it. Check us out on YouTube, Geno and Corene, Culturepreneurs. That's Genocorene, Culturepreneurs. On YouTube, also on Facebook, Geno and Corene, and on TikTok, Geno and Corene. Thank y'all for watching. We love you dearly. And don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit the button and ring the bell.